Around the world, there are an estimated 100 million donkeys, horses, and mules used for labor. These animals perform vital functions in the daily lives of certain societies. They are used to haul supplies, plow fields, and transport people. Many are considered like family, and all are important. Cultures have survived, and nations have been built on the backs of these working equids for centuries. And believe it or not, they still are today. They are imperative for the survival of whole families, entire communities, millions of people. There are over 80 million of these animals existing in poor or even wretched conditions. They are called working equids.
You look around and these communities are in need, these animals are in need, and the communities depend on their animals. They depend on them for harvesting, for plowing, for building, for carting wood so that they can keep their fires roaring. And these animals are unable to be taken out of work.
With programs like the Equitarian Initiative, World Horse Welfare, Donkey Sanctuary, Veterinarians Without Borders, and others, these organizations and events provide a stable platform that veterinarians can use to step off into the world of equitarian volunteer work.
This is a humanitarian, but it's actually an equitarian project, which means it's humanitarian work with horses, including donkeys and mules. And in helping them with their animals, we're helping the people as well.
When you have animals that have such an immense need for nutritional support and an immense need for veterinary support, it sort of goes back to the same reason that I became a veterinarian, which is just an overwhelming desire to help animals. But the added benefit here is that not only are we helping these animals by supporting them with veterinary care and nutrition, but we're also supporting their communities and the people that own them.
I'm here to kind of help the community understand how they can better take care of their animals so that they can better themselves.
We were coming down here, we were operating on animals, working on saddle problems, foot problems, just trying to really improve the welfare of these animals so that they can work hard and improve the welfare of the people. But the thing that was just missing was nutrition. And so it was through Dr. Latson and I's coming together and saying, how can we have a meaningful impact with a nutritional problem and us having a nutritional company in North America? And that's where the Care Plus Care program came from. You know, our partnership with Rob Hendrickson, embracing this whole idea of being good and doing good, formulating the Care Plus Care program for everyone that we sell. We're able to donate one down here to these animals that need it. This is the need that inspired us to build a company to serve the need.
Back in the United States, horse owners deal with different kinds of nutritional problems. Stresses from performance, surgery, training, travel, and antibiotic therapy tax the complex digestive system and make it susceptible to various diseases. The original line of FullBucket products are developed for high-stress performance horses that compete on the track, the course, and in the arena. It's here in the most elite equine performance facilities and veterinary clinics that the story of helping the working equine begins.
This is where our whole story begins, is on a high-performance ranch just like we have here in Weatherford, Texas. We're at the Blue Stem Ranch this morning. Mike, just tell us a little bit about your operation here.
We are a cutting horse facility. We've got a few brood mares that we think are top quality, one that we think is really above all the rest of them, and we raise babies here mostly. Then we get them ready to send off for training, for cutting, and so we think we've got a pretty good operation here, and we're proud of it.
FullBucket has drastically changed our practice in the way we're dealing with these horses. Typically, I'm doing surgery and lameness on these horses, and these horses are coming in, they're stressed, they're in environments that are unusual to them. We're doing a traumatic procedure to them, they're going under anesthesia, they're going under some type of procedure that they're going to be stuck in a stall, so we're just changing their routine. These horses typically are going to go on sometimes of a prophylactic antibiotic, meaning they're going to get a 1 or 2 dose, and then some of them are going to be on a therapeutic antibiotic. And these are the horses that we see consistently have GI upset. So we treat the problem that they brought them to us for, 3 or 4 days later, we're dealing with a GI upset. And sometimes it ends up being a longer stay in the hospital than what we ever planned on treating to start with. Since we've been using FullBucket, we've dramatically changed that course. And we started not as a treatment. Initially, we thought all probiotics needed to be a treatment. With FullBucket, we realized that as a preventative, getting it on board at the time that you start the antimicrobials, or even at the time that stress has come about, has made a difference in these horses not having to stay here to treat that GI upset. We've seen FullBucket drastically improve our clients' perception on how their horse performs, especially when they're out on the road. Those horses that had that up and down, you know, they don't feel good, they get a new batch of hay, they're in a new place, they're stressed out, they're not going to go out and perform to that same level as if they just took them to a local show near their hometown. What we've seen on those horses where we recommend putting them on FullBucket as a preventative maintenance type therapy, those horses, clients report back that the horses stay the exact same horse, they haven't gone through stress, they're not upset, they're not nervous, therefore they've gone out and performed or exceeded where they hadn't in the past. You know, with the FullBucket, I think the philanthropy part of that is second to none. Knowing the fact that, and my clients feel the same way, if they know the fact that what they're doing on a normal daily basis is impacting or changing something across the world, huge. I mean, it's one of the reasons that we take that product and actually choose it over another one just from that extra little bit of benefit that they're going to get.
FullBucket is a new type of business, one that fills a gap between profit making and human needs. As a social business, they have applied entrepreneurial thinking to social problems like the lack of proper nutrition for the working equines around the world. When horse owners or equine veterinarians use a dose of FullBucket on their performance horses here in the U.S., a dose of specially formulated nutritional supplement is made for the working horse. FullBucket's Buy One, Give One program was born of an intense desire to combine business and personal life goals.
That idea is something that's helping, working equids, and it's helping animals that probably would never have the access to salts, vitamins, minerals, and things of that nature. And what's really, I think, fantastic about the idea of FullBucket, for every 1 bucket they sell in the U.S. and they give to one of these animals that's really in need of such supplementation, is the fact that no other corporations or companies or animal health companies have ever, offered to do the same.
Veterinarians have picked up the torch for working equines around the world. Their continued desire to help animals, no matter the location or situation, is the fuel in the engine of hope for these animals and the families they support. We hope you want to join us in this endeavor. Please go to our website at fullbucket.org or click on the plug-in link to learn more.